I'm actually really pleased with the massive turnout by my constituents to receive me. More importantly, the fact that they were able to dare the unjust restraints that were placed by the governor yesterday, which called for the cancellation of rallies and gatherings and all whatnot. I mean, it's very heartwarming to know that my people were able to come out in such numbers, in their thousands, waited for me since morning, you know, and prayed that I actually come, because, you know, it takes, I keep saying that democracy is all about the people. The government, the real true government are the people. And if I, as a representative, see this amount of love and support, then I think that's where I get my courage from. And then I have no option but to yield to that pull from the people. So I'm so grateful that they came out. I'm so thankful for this reception. And I'm also grateful to my husband for his generosity, I would say, because we spent pretty much all night with our think tank brainstorming how to maneuver the various restrictions that were placed by not only the governor, but the Commissioner of Police earlier today. So we took a whole lot to think, okay, we were not to use the waterways because even the fishing activities were suspended today. So that means any movement on the water could be seen as countering the government order. So we had to take away the access in Kogi Central to the waters, because, you know, we would have as well gotten in through Akpoti local government. And then we thought the roads, we saw the list of all the roads that were going to be barricaded from the east, west, south and north. We knew there was no way we could enter the state. The only option we saw was through air. And then immediately we began to make efforts towards that. So, like I say, it takes a whole lot of resources, courage, support from the people, and God Almighty to have made this possible. And I thank God, because at the end of the day, it just shows that, you know what, against all, people must find the courage to dare unjust situations. That's it. And whatever happens from today, well, I just commit every day to your hands. With regards to what statements I made today, yes, I still insist on my stance that I was asked by the Senate President, and that harassment generated into malice, which denied me a lot of my privileges and rights on the floor of the National Assembly, and by extension denied the people of Kogi Central. Each time he denied me a chance to present a concern, was him subjecting them to a denial of federal representation. And that's wrong. This is democracy. You can't extend your personal vendetta on one person to the people, you know. And of course, again, I said my suspension is illegal. It's unjust because it contravenes the Nigerian Constitution and even the Senate rules that says the senator should be suspended for just 14 days. Why 6 months? Especially when there are a series of court precedents, you know, in Ali Ndume and Omo Agege's cases. You see that the courts have time after time said you cannot suspend a senator that is duly elected. You cannot, and if you have to apply by the Senate rules, then it will be 14 days. And that's, again, for very serious offenses. So when they say that I was suspended, not for the allegation, but for gross misconduct, the question again is, what exactly did Senator Nathasha Akpoti do on the floor of the Senate that amounts to gross misconduct? I didn't fight. I didn't insult anybody. I wasn't violent. So what did I do? I didn't tear anybody's shirt. We've had senators slap each other. We've had senators tear clothes, throw things. In short, even the last 2 weeks, you've seen a whole lot of deep-heated debates on the floor. But nobody was suspended. Why? Because I'm a woman? Or why? Because I'm a minority among minority? Because when you talk about the larger tribe, ethnicities there, you have about 20 Yoruba senators, Hausas, you have a lot of them, but I'm the only one there. So why? I'm actually even very disappointed that my senators from Kogi, especially the senator from Kogi West, took it upon himself. He did not even mention the fact that Senator Karimi also cooked up a report trying to label me as if I'm a KGB agent infiltrating the National Assembly to disrupt the the 10th Assembly and democracy. So what I did in that was that I took a preemptive measure by writing to the police so that they could invite Senator Karimi to testify or attest to the fact to how he knew about the so-called KGB agent and the filtration moves.
Then I will say this, and I'm saying this openly as well. On the 14th day of March at about 10:30 p.m. On the 14th day of March at about 10:30 p.m. I got calls that Governor Yahaya Bello was with Akpoti that night. Now let me say this now. On the 14th of March at 10:30 p.m. Mind you, 2 days before that, which was on the 12th, Akpoti had called Governor Dodo on the phone that he should commence my recall. But Governor Dodo told him it would be impossible. No, hold on. This was what Governor Dodo said on the 12th. Listen. He said, on the 12th of March, Akpoti spoke to Governor Dodo to recall me. But he told him to be impossible because the masses are with her, the people are with her. But Akpoti was not satisfied. He then sent for Yahaya Bello. And it was actually Senator Asukwo from Cross River that drove Yahaya Bello from Hilton Hotel. I was informed of everything. And when I got to know, hold on, the meetings was in two folds. He told him to commence my recall. And that he was going to fund it. Of course, monies changed hands that night. The second thing he told him was that he should try and kill me. I didn't make this public, but I wrote to the IG of police. And Akpoti told Yahaya Bello, I am saying, standing by what I've said. He told him that he should make sure that killing me does not happen in Abuja, it should be done here. So it will seem as if it's the people that killed me here. I didn't make that public, but we did notify the security agencies of that. I called on the media houses. I called on This Day, I called on Punch, I called on a number of that I know. I tried to get them publish the information ahead of time. That look, this is the nature of the meeting. They are going to commence my recall. But of course, the print media, if you don't have evidence, they will not be able to put it out. So they said, Natasha, do you have any evidence that your recall is being planned? I said, I don't have any evidence, but I know that the meeting took place and this was what transpired. But you see, 3 days after, the recall started and they called me, oh, you said it. I said, I did tell you that this was going to happen. But what is it now for us? We saw what happened. They came around, deceived our women that there was an empowerment program going on. They told them to come out.